are on earth, to rain down out of the heaven of thy mercy and the clouds of thy tender compassion, what will gladden the hearts of thy servants, who have turned towards thee and helped thy cause. Thou, the bounteous, guard him moreover through thy protection from whatsoever his heart and mind may find repugnant. Of those endued with power, thou verily art the most powerful. The glory of God rest upon thee, O thou rising sun. Do thou testify unto that which God hath testified unto his own self, that there is none other God besides him, the Almighty, the best beloved.
O my God, unite the hearts of thy servants and reveal to them thy great purpose. May they follow thy commandments and abide in thy law. Help them, O God, in their endeavor and grant them strength to serve thee. O God, leave them not to themselves, but guide their steps by the light of thy knowledge and cheer their hearts by thy love. Verily, thou art their helper and their Lord. Baha'u'llah.
Thou compassionate Lord, thou who art generous and able, we are servants of thine, sheltered beneath thy providence. Cast thy glance of favor upon us. Give light to our eyes, hearing to our ears, and understanding and love to our hearts. Render our souls joyous and happy through thy glad tidings, O Lord. Point out to us the pathway of thy kingdom and resuscitate all of us through the breath of the Holy Spirit. Bestow upon us life everlasting and confer upon us never-ending honor. Unify mankind and illumine the world of humanity. May we all follow thy pathway, long for thy good pleasure, and seek the mysteries of thy kingdom, O God. Unite us and connect our hearts with thy indissoluble bond. Verily, thou art the giver, thou art the kind one, and thou art the Almighty.
Thank you so much for those lovely prayers. Now we have a speech from Jenny.
Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to TFP 2020 Gala. First of all, I want to thank everybody for your support. And special thanks to everyone who has correctly converted their time zones. I know it's been very tricky, but I think we finally got it right today. Now that TFP has reached its end, I would like to tell parents the good news. Your JYs are raring to be doing even more acts of service. So be prepared to give them some support. I only have 1 minute to do this, so I'm going to quickly say that we hope that they will take away from this program inspiration and the audacity to take ownership of whatever endeavors that they would strive to do for the next year till the centenary of the passing of Abdul Baha. And the way forward is that I would like to quote from the Rizwan message, where the Universal House of Justice said that we draw from the stores of hope, faith, and magnanimity. Okay, so the JY and animators have worked very hard to offer you a glimpse of what they've done throughout the week. So please give them a hand. Take it away.
Aloha, friends. I'm Nabil Nichols, and I will be one of your MCs for tonight. I am from Germany and have attended TFP twice now. I'm now going to hand it over to my fellow MC, Alexia.
Hi, I'm Alexia. I'm your co-MC tonight. I'm from England, and this is my third TFP, and it's also my last. But I'm also really excited to be coming back in 2 years as an animator, even though I'm really sad that I'm not coming back as a JY.
I agree completely, and I think that now we will have our anchor quote for this TFP. So take it away, guys.
If you desire, if you desire, if you desire, with all your heart, with all your friendship with every race, friendship with every race, friendship with every race, on earth, your thoughts, spiritual and positive your thoughts, spiritual and positive your thoughts. Spiritual and positive your thoughts will spread your thoughts. Spiritual and positive your thoughts. Spiritual and positive your thoughts. Spiritual and positive your thoughts will spread. And it will become the desire. Will others grow stronger and 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 stronger. Your thoughts, spiritual and positive your thoughts, spiritual and positive your thoughts, spiritual and positive your thoughts will spread your thoughts, spiritual and positive your thoughts, spiritual and positive your thoughts, spiritual and positive your thoughts will become the desire of others to grow stronger and 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 stronger until it reaches the minds of man.
Amen.
Yeehaw.
All right, guys. So over the past 2 weeks, we've been working in mostly our assemblies. Normally, we'd have academic classes if we were in Townsend, but we do our academic classes with our assemblies. And so there's 2 animators who run the assemblies, and we've put together a small presentation, and this is how it's looked like.
First off, we will be starting with a great global group, or the GGGs.
I wish I knew what it means. Hey, I see that you're wondering about what this globe is. Yeah, very much. This is a globe of the Earth. One of the teachings about the Earth is that the Earth is but one country and mankind its citizens. Thank you very much, sir.
So I was actually making brownies, and I'm making brownies to give to my mom's hardworking employees who take a risk every day by going to the office and working on COVID-related work. Oops, I got a little something there. COVID-related work and COVID educational videos to teach all of the children like everything that they missed because they didn't have internet to do the last part. So I wanted to bake these brownies as a thank you for them. Okay, now let's put it in the oven. 40 minutes later, and take it out. P.S. It's not actually done.
So for my service, in my community, we are having a fundraiser so that we can raise money for the Baha'i Temple land for the United Kingdom. And I have decided to give painting lessons to Baha'i children and families, and through that raise some more money. And I'm very, very excited and very much hope that we can soon buy the temple land. That's my service.
So for my service project, I decided to make little notes for my grandparents because they've been alone during most of COVID, and I wanted to cheer them up, so I decorated them, and I wrote a little meaningful note, and I put it on their bed. So yeah, thank you.
For my service project, I'll be doing two things. First, I'm going to bake a cake for a neighbor who's just been out of hospital, and I'll also walk the dog of an old neighbor.
I don't want to die or fade away. I just want to be someone. I just want to be someone.
I'm going to give now the cake that I prepared to my sick neighbor.
That's ringing the bell.
I feel clever. I hope.
I just want to be somebody to someone. Oh, I want
Yeah.
to be somebody to someone. Oh, I never
See you
had
soon.
nobody and no road home. I want to be somebody.
So I couldn't walk the dog of the neighbor because she wasn't there, but I'll try again tomorrow.
Start to fall. I really need somebody to call my own. I want to be somebody to someone. Someone to you. Someone to you.
Oh my God, it's so nice to see how creative the JY get when they come up with these acts of service. But next up, we have the finest agents of the MI6. We have the agents of change.
Wait a second, Alexia. The Great Global Group has not finished yet. Sam, would you like to introduce?
We still have the Gala Arts skit that we made.
Okay.
So
Let me pull that up.
enjoy.
If you desire with all your heart friendship with every race on earth, your thought, spiritual and positive, will spread. It will become the desire of others, growing stronger and stronger until it reaches the minds of all men. This is such a great quote. I wonder what it means. Oh no, I'm time traveling. Where am I? Oh look, there's a door that says Conference of the Ages. I wonder what that means.
Hello, hi, welcome to the Golden Age. We are all here seated in this meeting discussing about the different ages and how the Baha'i faith has changed over time.
OMG, hi, welcome. Well, you just walked into our conference between the representations from the three different ages. Heroic, formative, which is right now, Avi, and the Golden Age. By the way, I really like your sweatpants. They're so cute and in.
What age are you representing?
I am Kiara, and I represent the heroic.
And I am Nura, the other representative of the heroic age.
Tell me more about the heroic age.
It began in 1844 with the Declaration of the Bab. It was also in this age when Baha'u'llah declared his mission as the promised one of all ages.
It was a very turbulent time. During this age, many heroes were sacrificing their life for the faith. Some of the martyrs include Tahireh, Qudus, Mullah Hussein, and Anis.
Here's a glimpse of Nora and I in the past.
Kara, look at those shoes. They're horrid.
Nora, you shouldn't say things like that. Remember what Abdu'l-Baha said? If you desire with all your heart friendship with every race on earth, your thoughts, spiritual and positive, will spread.
I shouldn't have said that, sorry. I beg your pardon.
Wow, that was so interesting. Oh, Grace, Sam, and Luca, you guys are from the formative age. Tell me more about what's going on there.
Ryan, you already know. You live in that age. Formative age is the present. Also, FYI, I'm just taking a few notes right now, so I'm listening though.
So the heroic age ended in 1921 with the passing of Abdu'l-Baha. That is when the formative age began.
Whoa, so during this age, there was no Bab, Baha'u'llah, nor Abdu'l-Baha? How did these Baha'is survive without these central figures?
Well, without the central figures, Shoghi Effendi guided us. He was the grandson of Abdu'l-Baha and the guardian.
What did Shoghi Effendi do?
Well, that's a good question. He worked on building the administrative order. For example, he elected the Universal House of Justice, the first one, and launched a series of plans to propagate the faith.
What happened after Shoghi Effendi died?
The responsibility now lies in our hands.
As youth living in the formative age, what are you guys doing to prepare for the golden age?
Well, personally, I'm participating in a junior youth environment program, but I know people who teach children's classes and participate in study circles.
In this age, it's really, really important that we achieve our twofold moral purposes, which are to spiritually and intellectually transform individuals by teaching them about the faith and enlightening them, and to contribute to our society, whether big or small.
This twofold moral purpose can be achieved by encouraging as many friends to participate in these activities.
Sounds like a challenging but satisfying task. When does the formative age end?
We don't know when this age will end, so we gotta keep teaching and spreading love until the golden age.
Oh, the golden age! I remember learning about this age in my junior youth group. You guys must be from the golden age. Tell me more.
My dear friend, it is all a mystery.
I cannot tell you because it might change what you are doing now.
In the golden age, we all live in unity and diversity. We are like the fruits of one tree or the leaves of one branch.
If you would like to see what life is like in the golden age, look at this.
Please come in, take a seat.
Thank you for inviting me.
How are you?
Oh, yes, I'm doing so great. In fact, today in the morning when I was doing my early morning reading sessions, reading the Baha'i writings, I came across this wonderful quote in this book, and I thought maybe you'd like to read it with me.
I'd love to read it with you. Thank you.
National rivalries, hatreds, and intrigues will cease, and racial animosity and prejudice will be replaced by racial amity, understanding, and cooperation. Shoghi Effendi.
Yes. I'm so grateful to our ancestors for teaching the cause to so many people so that we can now be here in the golden age.
I wish I had the privilege to live in the heroic age, or I could have had the privilege of meeting the Bab, Baha'u'llah, and the martyrs. Or imagine living in the golden age, where universal peace is established and everyone lives in harmony. Well, I guess I live in the formative age. This age may seem hard to live in, with youth constantly fighting off the negative forces of society and trying to spread the faith. But I believe in the youths of this age. We have the power to transform the world. Keep persevering and follow Abdullah as your example.
And now I believe we have the agents of change.
Agent Eli reporting for duty.
Agent Shada reporting for duty.
Agent Fifi reporting for duty.
Agent Noah reporting for duty.
Agent Gwen reporting for duty.
Agent Milan reporting for duty.
Agent Layla reporting for duty.
Agent Leanne reporting for duty.
Agent Feruzi reporting for duty.
Agent Arthur reporting for duty. And we are the agents of change.
Woo!
Okay, guys. So I'm going to tell you about, talk to you guys about what we did on the first day. So the theme of the first day was the importance of the age we live in. And we learned a quote about material civilization being like a lamp and spiritual being like a light. So what we did was we wrote a quote that had to do with the material and the spiritual stuff, is this little thing. And we tried to make it look like a lamp. Because of the civilizations being like a lamp. So what we did was we wrote the quote down and we made it look like a lamp. And a little thing we did to make it more creative was we exchanged some of the words with drawings that would look like the word or like be the word. So for example, let's say that it says lamp. We draw a lamp. I at least drew a lamp. So that was what we did the first day.
For our service project, we decided to write some meaningful Baha'i quotes on a piece of paper and either put them in our neighbor's mailbox or on their front doorsteps. Some of the quotes came from Abdul Baha, the Baha'u'llah, and the Bab. We did this because most adults and parents now in Corona are stressed about their work life, so we thought these quotes would cheer them up.
And post my what's it called, my thing for the neighbours. I'm just going now to the church and delivering a quotation that is, be generous in prosperity and thankful in adversity. And then I wrote a little note underneath, be generous in prosperity and thankful in adversity. And have a nice day.
I want you to laugh. I want you to laugh. I want you to laugh. Be happy. Be happy. I want you to rejoice. I want you to rejoice. I want you to rejoice, rejoice and be happy. I want you to smile. I want you to smile. I want you to smile, smile, be happy. want you to be happy. I want you to be happy. Be happy. I want you.
Okay, so I'm now going to give them to my neighbor. So I'm going to give them to my neighbor in front of me. So I'm just going to put it on the doorstep. Now the next one. So this house. Oh, their thing is locked. Okay, I'll give it to this neighbor. I have many neighbors, as you can see.
So another thing we did was a project with a quote by Abdu'l-Baha. And in our lesson, we were learning about Abdu'l-Baha and how he's the perfect exemplar. And we found a quote about one of his biggest qualities, which is,
let us have love and more love.
A love that melts all opposition.
Love that conquers all foes.
A love that sweeps away all barriers.
A love that aboundeth in charity. Large-heartedness. Tolerance and noble striving. A love that triumphs over all obstacles.
A boundless, resistless, sweeping love.
This week has really been fun and exciting. We have enjoyed each other's company, I think, and have had fun and meaningful conversations. Us JY would just like to thank Eli and Gwen for being such loving and joyful animators. Thank you very much.
Is that all from the Agents of Change? My bad, my bad. Well, I really loved how creative you guys were and how you guys did the quotes. I really thought that that was a very thoughtful thing to do. And honestly, I could go on forever, but the clock is ticking. And speaking of ticking, next we have the Truthful TikTokers. Please take it away.
Hey guys, so we're assembly number 3, and we've got a lot of stuff, and I still have to say okay, I have to tell group assembly 1 and 2 that they did a really good job. I just had to get that out. And okay, so now it's our turn with the Truthful TikTokers, and we were the guys that did We Are Cabbage at the beginning. So Scott is gonna start by telling you guys what we did on Tuesday.
On Tuesday, we went over integration and disintegration, which is good and bad things in the world. We need both to succeed for the evolution of mankind. And we also went over the significance of 2021, which is the 100-year anniversary of Abdu'l-Baha's death.
So on the next day, on Wednesday, we talked about Abdul Baha and him being the perfect exemplar for all of us. And there's a lot of things that make him the perfect exemplar, and a lot of stories that you can tell from he's the perfect exemplar, and I'd like to tell you guys one of them. So one day, Abdul Baha was going from Akka to Haifa and asked for a seat on the stagecoach, which is like a taxi, pretty much. It's carriages. And the driver was surprised to see Abdul Baha, and he said, "Your Excellency, Shirley wishes a private carriage." And Abdul Baha replied, "No." While he was still in the coach in Haifa, a distressed fisherwoman came to him. And the fisherwoman hadn't caught anything the whole day. And she had now to return to a hungry family that hadn't had anything to eat. So Abdul Baha gave her 5 francs, which was the currency back then, and then turned to the driver and said, "You now see the reason why I would not take a private carriage. Why should I ride in luxury when so many are starving?" And that's like another level of selflessness, to just throw everything away that he could have and just to help other people. And I think that's amazing and makes him a really good example. So now Yasmin can tell you about yesterday.
Okay, so yesterday on Friday, we learned about the twofold moral purpose of man. And we talked about how we hold twin duties of both improving ourselves and also our society. And when we work on improving ourselves, we should be doing it through the lens of helping society and our communities.
And we also learned a quote during this TFP, and it's a pretty long quote. So we all drew pictures to every sentence of the quote, and we'd like to say it. So I'll start. This is the picture. And O peoples of the world, forsake all evil and hold fast that which is good.
Strive to be shining examples unto all mankind and true reminders of the virtues of God amidst men.
He that riseth to serve my cause should manifest my wisdom and bend every effort to banish ignorance from the earth.
Be united in counsel, be one in thought.
Let each morn be better than its eve, and each morrow be better than its yesterday.
Be generous in your days of plenty, and be patient in the hour of loss.
Adversity is followed by success, and rejoicings follow woe.
Guard against idleness and sloth, and cling unto that which profiteth mankind.
Whether young or old, whether high or low.
And now we're all going to show you a video that we pre-recorded of the service projects we did. So that's it for our presentation. We hope you liked it. And yeah, thanks for your everything. Yeah, okay.
I love the story about Abdul Baha. It was really inspiring. I'm sure it's not just me who thought that. But hey, Nabil, I have a question. What does rambunctious mean?
No way. I thought that you would never ask what rambunctious means. To be precise, it means something extremely precise, and it has an extremely precise definition, which I memorized, and it is to be uncontrollably exuberant or boisterous.
Really? I thought rocks can't move.
Oh.
Maybe the rambunctious rocks can tell us more about it.
I agree.
Hello everybody, we are the Rambunctious Rocks, and my fellow member Aiden has something to say.
Yes, can everybody please turn off their videos and also hide non-view participants? Basically, on laptop, how you do that is you click on someone who isn't sharing their video, and then there's like 3 dots, and then you just click hide non-view participants. And if you're on the phone, in the bottom right-hand corner, there are 3 dots, and you go to meeting settings, and then there's show non-view participants, and you just switch that off. Thank you.
N.
E.
E.
G.
A.
T.
E. What does that spell? Integrate. And now Lorenzo can tell us why we are talking about integration.
Yeah, well, basically we've been studying during this week that society and humanity has been through lots of stages, such as childhood, adolescence, and now we are facing finally maturity. And for that, we have to work really hard because there are two main forces acting on this word. There are the forces of disintegration and the forces of integration. This being like forces for the disintegration, forces that separate us as a society, and integration, we try to bring it all together again. So we're doing our best to make society a better place, and one day we will reach the golden age, as the other group said before. And yeah, society has been through rough stuff, but we can grow through this together.
We also talked about spiritual and material civilization. Abdu'l-Baha said in a quote that spiritual civilization was like a light, and the material civilization was like a lamp, and together they created unity.
Abdu'l-Baha also said how the two are like 2 wings of one bird.
We also memorized this quote, which is, "Wherefore must the friends of God, with utter sanctity, with one accord, rise up in the spirit, in unity with one another, to such a degree that they will become even as one being in one soul. On such a plane as this, physical bodies play no part, rather doth the spirit take over and rule. When its power encompasseth all then is spiritual union achieved. Strive ye by day and night to cultivate your unity to the fullest degree."
We are the Rambunctious Rocks.
Well, guys, I hope you liked it, this little short presentation we did. And now we're gonna present a video of our services, and you can turn your cameras back on if you'd like to.
I'm out here with my mate Chunky, giving compliments to random people as my act of service. So, yeah, just watch. And I really like it. I really like it. Well, have a good day. Excuse me. I'm trying to give random compliments to people. I love your t-shirt. I love your Yeezys. I love your off-white shirt. And your beard as well. You're amazing. I'm trying to give out random compliments. And I really like your hair. And you've got a really pretty face. Yeah. And that sounds really mean, but I love your Under Armour shirt. Yeah. Hope you have a great day. Excuse me. I'm not trying to buy any pizza. I just really love the pizza here. It's just amazing. I'm trying to give random compliments out to people, but thank you. Yeah. Thanks. Excuse me.
Yes.
I'm trying to give random compliments out to people, and I saw your hair. I love it.
Oh, thank you very
Sorry
much.
for swearing.
That's so nice.
and I really love your style as well. Right.
Have a great day.
You too.
For my act of service, I'm watering all the flowers and plants in my yard.
Mommy? Daddy? Where are you? Mama?
Are you lost, little boy?
I'm lost and I can't find my mommy and daddy.
Well, don't worry. I'll stay with you until they come back.
Okay.
Everything will be okay.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much. I really love the effort you guys took to memorize a quote. I really like that. And also with your guys' artwork. That was very nice. Now we are going to have one of my personal favorite groups, the Literary Lemons.
So we're going to start off with the service video. Let me just pull it up quickly.
Hey, Colin. There is no audio.
Sorry about that. Did the sound not work?
No, we couldn't hear anything.
Oh no, that's tragic. All right, but I guess for time's sake, we'll move on.
Can we have it with sounds?
Wait, let me stop sharing quickly. Sorry, technical difficulties. All right, let's try again. Let me know if the audio is working. Is it working?
Yes, it's working.
Right. Sorry about that.
Alexi's been so nice to me as part of her service project, and honestly, she's been such a good sister.
All right, sorry about the technical difficulties there. And now we'd ask everyone to get their second devices or another tab ready because it's pop quiz time. Is everybody in? Still waiting on a few more. All right. Literate Lemons, are you ready to read the questions?
Yes.
Very good.
Yes, sir.
All right, then let's start. People can still join once we start, so here we go.
The first question is, peace must first be established by and then among nations. Communities, lemons, people, or individuals? Choose your answer. Ooh. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh.
True or false? Change cannot be acquired unless it's on a larger scale.
Who can create change? Is it llamas? Is it the youth? Is it JY? Or is it adults? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the answer is all of them except for llamas, because llamas are animals. And in the lead, we have Layli.
When did the formative age of the Baha'i Faith start? 1844, 1919, 1921, or 1944?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm on 24th place.
How long was the heroic age of the Baha'i Faith? 81 years, 77 years, 67 years, or 98 years?
Hello, friends. Quiz. When does the current 5-year plan end? Is it 2020, 2021, 2022, or 2023? Thank you, Ziki, for the fact. True or false? 2021 marks 100 years after the passing of Abdul Baha. Thankfully, Ziki has helped us with this one.
So, which JY did the first time give TFP this year? Was it Liam, Nassim, Yasmin, or Leroy? The answer was Nassim.
What year did the first TFP take place? Is it 2003, 1995, 1992, or 2001? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Where does TFP usually take place? USA, Germany, Czech Republic, or England?
Okay, guys, the last question. Which is not a TFP group name? Is it the Zooming Eagles, the Literate Lemons, the Zesty Zebras, or the GGGs? You got 10 seconds, guys. Which is not a TFP group name? The answer is Zesty Zebras.
Congratulations, guys, on your TFP knowledge. And with that, we'll hand it back to the MCs.
So personally, I think that was my favorite, and I'm not sure if anyone can beat it. But next up, we have the Zooming Egalitarians, and let's see.
Hello everybody, we're the Zooming Egalitarians. The reason we chose this name is because Shogi Effendi likes eagles and we wanted equality and we're on Zoom. I will also be talking about one of the many topics of our academic class, and that is the significance of 2021. First, we are beginning entry by troops, and the 5-year plan will end by 2021. And also the centenary of Abdu'l-Baha's passing.
Another one of our academic lessons focused on Abdu'l-Baha and his life. Everyone in our group shared some very touching and significant stories and discussions. We also studied the Tablet of Visitation, in which a lot of us looked at specific lines we thought stood out to us. The word that grasped my attention the most was grandeur, as it means splendor and magnificence, which are some words some would use to describe Abdu'l-Baha. Lastly, we looked at the new shrine of Abdu'l-Baha and the significance of the structure, as it was built to represent some of his qualities such as beauty and humility.
We also talked about how the individual's transformation in society, and we talked about 3 main components. So the individual, which is the base of everything else, the community, which is made up of individuals and helps them support each other, and the institution that is there to manage everything. And we talked that individuals they needed to be in a serviceful attitude and to be enthusiastic and humble. The institution needed to be just, to be able to give a fair decision, and the community needed to be a community of detachment and service. So yeah.
Here is a quote that we all had to learn by heart. O children of men, know ye not why we created you all from the same dust? That no one should exalt himself over the other. Ponder at all times in your hearts how ye were created. Since we have created you all from one same substance, it is incumbent on you to be even as one soul, to walk with the same feet, eat with the same mouth, and dwell in the same land, that from your inmost being, by your deeds and actions, the signs of oneness and the essence of detachment may be made manifest. Such is my counsel to you, O concourse of light. Heed ye this counsel, that ye may obtain the fruit of holiness from the tree of wondrous glory.
Today we worked on some artistic representations of the quotes and stories that we studied. So for mine, I picked a quote of Shoghi Effendi's about becoming a continually giving fountain in your service, and I drew a fountain. Now on to Carmel.
I did an artistic piece on the story of Abdu'l-Baha, where he was supposed to go on the Titanic, but instead went on the SS Cedric, I think, and it's just a very rough drawing. Tristan, do you want to go next?
All right, so for my artistic representation, I drew a picture representing the story of Abdu'l-Baha, where he had raced up to the top of the stairs using energy from Baha'u'llah and shouted to the people below, "You are all very old and I am very young." And yeah, that's my drawing. Very bad, whatever. And next is Abhar.
So I took the same quote as Ella about the fountain and how it had invisible force just giving it power to it. And now to Ethan.
So mine was inspired by the Tablet of Visitation, where Abdu'l-Baha asks to be like dust, so I drew dust, and he wants to drink from the chalice of selflessness, to be clothed by its robe, and to be immersed in its ocean. Next, it's Haifa.
Thank you. I also took the same quote about the fountain. We must be like the fountain or spring that is continually emptying itself, or of all that it has, and is continually being refilled from an invisible source. I drew a fountain and I put an eagle at the top to represent Shoghi Effendi. And I think Armand's left.
Yes, I also did the story of Abdu'l-Baha and the Titanic. So.
Thank you for the lovely artwork. So here I'm going to be sharing our service video. Can everyone see it okay?
Yes.
I need all the miracles in the house to get up. If you're a miracle, stand up on your feet and make some noise in here. Let's go. Wondering if God still answers. I heard that you were searching for a sign that He was still right there. Every time you shake my hand, oh yeah. Every time you see me dance, oh yeah. You can tell by looking, there ain't got time to tell you. All you really need to know is I'm the living, breathing, walking, talking, moving miracles. I'm the living, breathing, walking, talking, moving miracles. People said I never, they said I never ever got to stop. Look, watch, 'cause I am.
Hello everybody, for my service project we're going to do recycling. Let's go.
We love the earth, it is our planet. We love the earth, it is our home. We love the earth, it is our planet. We love the earth, it is our home. Hi, I'm a baboon. I'm like a man, just less advanced. Hey, I wanna plant, I can get up. And I'm Kanye West. We love the earth. It is our planet. We love the earth. It is our home.
Well, task complete.
We love the earth.
I think I can speak for both Peyton and I. We were blessed with such a lovely JY group. Thank you, the Zooming Eagle Libertarians.
Aloha, friends, again. If that is all, we will move on to our TFP quote video.
Sorry, 1 second.
Be generous
and thankful in adversity.
Be worthy of the trust of thy neighbor.
And look upon him with a bright and friendly face.
Be a treasure to the poor,
an admonisher to the rich,
an answer of the cry of the needy,
a preserver of the sanctuary of the pledge.
Be fair in thy judgment.
And guarded in thy speech.
Be unjust to no man.
And show all meekness to all men.
Be a lamp unto them that walks in darkness.
A joy to the sorrowful.
A sea for the thirsty.
A heaven for the distressed.
an upholder and defender for the victim of oppression.
Let integrity and uprightness distinguish all thine acts.
Be a home for the stranger.
A balm to the suffering.
A tower of strength for the fugitive.
Be eyes to the blind.
And a guiding light unto the feet of the erring.
Be an ornament to the countenance of truth.
A crown to the brow of fidelity.
Pillar in the temple of righteousness.
A breath of life to the body of mankind.
An ensign to the hosts of justice.
A luminary above the horizon of virtue.
A dew to the soil of the human heart.
An ark on the ocean of knowledge.
The sun in the heaven of bounty. A gem in the diadem of wisdom.
A shining light in the firmament of thy generation.
A fruit upon the tree of humility.
Baha'u'llah, gleanings from the writings of Baha'u'llah.
I charge you all that each one of you
concentrate all the thoughts of your heart
on love and unity.
When a thought of war comes,
oppose it by a stronger thought of peace.
A thought of hatred must be destroyed
by a more powerful thought of love.
If you desire with all your heart friendship with every race on earth,
your thoughts, spiritual and positive, will spread.
And it will become the desire of others,
growing stronger and stronger,
until it reaches the minds of all men.
Abdu'l-Baha, Paris Talks.
Thank you all so much for such a creative and amazing video. And I think now Mark has some things to say, so I'm going to pass it over to him.
thank you everyone for a fantastic gala event. It's my job now to bring to a close TFP 2020, unfortunately. But you know, there's things to look forward to, because directly after this, you can all return to your communities and continue doing exactly what you've been doing here, which is, you know, living and breathing and working and doing service within a spirit of unity and happiness. So we hope that following this week, you know, it just rolls right into the next weeks to come. And of course, we hope to see many of you this time next year, either as junior youth or maybe even as animators, we don't know. So, yes, thank you, Layli. You know, I remember when we were organizing this TFP, and it was back in February, I think we started organizing it just at the time when COVID was starting. We weren't sure what would happen. And, you know, our first reaction when we realized that TFP would not be able to go ahead in its normal way was, you know, should we do an online TFP? You know, we had lots of consultations about it because we thought, you know, the JY have been completely zoomed out, or whatever tool you use in your schools to do all your online teaching and learning. We didn't know whether the JY would really want to do it. You know, would the animators be inspired to do it? Could we as coordinators do it? You know, wouldn't it just be easier to postpone it and just wait till this whole thing is gone and we can start over? And I remember the conversation we had amongst the coordinators when we were saying, well, you know, this is the world we live in, and we can't sometimes control what happens to the physical world around us. And, you know, we will all find ourselves in situations in the future where we're in situations which are not what we plan to be, either negative or positive. And, you know, whatever situation we find ourselves in, we just have to, you know, take that situation and make the best out of it and move forward. That's the principles of the way we live. So we thought, you know, if this is the reality of the way the world is now, where we know we can't meet physically, but we have to meet online, you know, so be it. You know, the ideas and the spirit and the feelings and the reasons behind TFP still exist, and your lives still go on, and your generation especially, you know, have to take what the world gives you and you make the most of it. So we said, no, we have to do TFP. So I'm very pleased that you all supported it. I'm sure it was all a kind of you probably all had the same feeling as well to start, but you know, we all did it, the JY, the animators, the coordinators, the parents, we all did it. And, you know, we made the best of the situation we had, and we did it like that. And hopefully, you know, another objective we had at the beginning was that hopefully the feelings you had, I know definitely in our reflections with the animators, we all said, you know, we had the same good feelings, and we had some fantastic reflections last night with some animators barely able to speak. They were so moved. You know, the feelings were all there. So no matter what situation you find yourselves in, I hope that this has been a good experience for you, and that you'll return to your lives, even if they continue to be online lives for a while, with the energy and enthusiasm you had this week. So that's very good. Clearly the animators are very important to the program. You know, there's a lot of work goes into organizing TFP before the animators are selected. You know, the coordinators meet at the beginning of the year to work out a lot of things, but the program is really an animator-driven program, and that's one of the key reasons why the program is so successful, is because the animators are, you know, not, you know, they're a few years older than the junior youth, but you know, those years are very important years. What happens from junior youth to animator age, you know, between the age of 12 to 15, then moving to 17 up to mid-20s. So it all happens very quickly, but you know, the animators are the driving force behind TFP, and we really thank the animators who really had to commit themselves to helping out and giving it all during this week and canceling whatever plans we had. We had animators who were kind of halfway on holiday, who were obviously giving up a lot of time at the beach, but they all did it with a lot of love and enthusiasm. So that's really great. And we really hope that some of you will be looking at your animators and thinking that, I want to be an animator as well. And that means in your communities, you will also be animators, and maybe you'll also join TFP and be an animator at TFP. So I think for some of you, especially the 15-year-olds, you're moving into that stage in life where you're going to be giving back and teaching children's class and junior youth groups. So I thought maybe we would, just to end, I've got a few more minutes before we move over to our cluster closing of the day, to just tell you a little bit what characteristics you probably need to have if you'd like to be a good animator. I think one characteristic is very important is enthusiasm. You have to be a very enthusiastic person. Everything you do with a lot of energy and fun. And even when you're making your animator video, you're jumping up and down off of a fence. And when you have to do things like dad jokes, you somehow jump into character. You have to be someone who's really, really enthusiastic and always, always smiling and ready to go. I think it's quite a difficult virtue to really have, but if you have it, wow, you're going to be really, really good and really essential to the team of animators. Another virtue I think you need to have is friendliness. You have to be very, very open to people, even when it might be 4 o'clock in the morning or something really late at night, but even your fellow animators who are in the US who are wide awake, you're friendly, you're open, you can be contacted at any time. And it's always great to have animators like that in the team because they really bond, they bring unity. And with this level of friendliness comes a lot of confidence, and it's really, really great to have that characteristic. I think another thing is humility. You might be someone with a lot of experience. You might know everything, and you might have seen everything that's been done before. But you have to suddenly be thrown into a situation where you're with a bunch of baby animators, to quote Peyton. Other animators who have absolutely no experience, but quietly, with a lot of humility, you have to listen to what they say. Sometimes what they say might even be quite good. So you have to take on their ideas. You have to jump into different situations. You have to have humility. It's a great virtue to have as an animator. I think another one is determination. You have to be really determined. You have to prioritize the JY, even if you don't know anything about this program. You've never been involved in it. You get thrown into a situation in which all the other animators seem to know each other. They seem to know what's going on. Doesn't matter. You're determined. You're going to focus on the JY. You're going to get to the point. And you don't be afraid. If you don't know something, you ask, you clarify, and you move on. Determination. I'm going to get this done. It's a really, really amazingly good virtue to have when you're an animator. I think another virtue is confidence. You need to be really. Oh wait, I'm missing someone. Okay, I'll move on to another one.
They got all their names out there.
Another virtue that would be good is cooperation. And you have to be someone who really enjoys working with people. You're the person which is kind of like the glue between everyone. Everyone somehow turns to that one animator to help out with this, to help out with this. He's making sure everyone is cooperating. He's bringing unity to the group. Ginny actually said to me, because she's an architect, she said, we need an animator who's like the mortar between the bricks, the grout between the bricks. It all fits together because he's the glue between everything. Really important to have. Another one is wisdom. You need to have a lot of knowledge. You need to be wise. You need to know a lot of things. And you need to be able to partake this knowledge on those who might, as we said, baby animators, and even sometimes partake the knowledge onto the coordinators. and to bring that knowledge, and of course, to transfer the knowledge to the JY. Gaining knowledge is a great, great virtue to be able to have. Having wisdom as an animator is a key thing to have. Another virtue which is great is confidence. You have to be totally confident in what you're saying, in your persona, not afraid to say things, even if there's someone who you admire a lot and you've admired for many years, you can still call him it, and it doesn't matter. I don't think Justin Baldoni was offended at all by being called it by an animator. It's perfectly fine, but it was said with such confidence, it will sit here, and he sat there. It was really, confident. It's all heart. It's really, really great to have animators like that. Of course, gentleness is very important. You have to be soft. You have to be clear in what you're saying and what you're thinking. You have to say very pertinent things at the right time. But by being gentle, it brings out the strength in people around you because they feel comfortable to be around you. It makes sure that you have a very collaborative discussion. You have good consultations when someone is very gentle in the room and soft. It's easy to talk to them. It's great to have animators with the virtue of gentleness. Then what else do we have? How about courage? You need to be brave. You need to enter into a situation in which you know nothing. No one has told you anything. You just arrive and everyone knows everybody. Everybody knows what's going on, but it doesn't matter. You're going to be there. You're going to stay the course. You're going to be courageous. Nothing's going to stop you. You're always there with us. You're always involved. Very, very important virtue to have is that ability to stay on, learn, be courageous. Of course, excellence. You need to be absolutely excellent in everything you do. Everything you do has to be excellent. It has to be done well. Excellence is a virtue, very, very important in an animator. To make sure that all the things the team is doing is good quality, jumping in to make sure everyone is up at that level, doing it by example. Not telling people, you should do it like that. More like, I've done it like this. Maybe you'd like to use that thing I've done. And everyone says, yeah, okay, that's a very high standard. Setting the bar high is a great quality for an animator. So joyfulness, happiness, joyful. Be happy all the time. Always smiling, always laughing. Can be serious when she wants to be, but at the same time, it's very happy, very joyful. Jumping into different characters. Not being afraid to take on tasks which require someone to be smiling and laughing and going. Joyfulness is a great virtue to have. And how about creativity? You have to be creative. You always have to be coming up with new ideas. Why don't we do this? Oh, we could do that. Or we could this. We could do that. Or we could do this or that. Or we could do this and that and this. Always full of energy, full of creativity. Always trying out different things. It's a great skill to have from what we called our baby animators. Actually, we have 3 baby animators this year. So being creative is essential kind of quality to have, especially in this animator team. So I think that's how you become a great animator. So everybody, thank you so much for attending TFP 2020. I would also like to thank my, Tess wants to say something. Go ahead, Tess.
Can I share something?
Yes, please.
What about being a good coordinator? What do you need to have a good, what quality do you need to be a good coordinator? I have one. You need perseverance, because even if you have no idea how Zoom works and you don't know what a breakout room is, or Hangouts, what time, if you have no idea how that works, you still persevere and you still keep going and you still just figure it out, or you get help from another coordinator. That's another way to do it, or from your son. who is good with this. Yeah, definitely. For both of you, Mark and Jeannie, both persevering. Thank you.
Thank you, Tess, and thank you, Tess, also for being part of this coordinator team. Switching between TFP1 and TFP2. It's great to have you. We need a mix of coordinators, just like we need a mix of animators. So everyone, thank you very much. I guess I will be closing TFP 2020. I'm going to hand it back to our MCs because we're going to be moving over to the link 1 for our cluster. Link 2 for our cluster closing of the day. And for the parents and families watching, that's the second YouTube link you need to go on to at 8. But I'll hand it back to the MCs before we go. Okay, bye.
Thank you so much for that. And speaking of not only animators, but virtues, I think that one animator that I'm closest to, Peyton, has some things to say.
Thank you, Nabil. You see, our coordinators thought they were smart. They put TFP on Zoom because they were like, no one's going to stand up and thank us. But haha, no. So I wanted to thank Tess, Mark, and Jeannie. There's a line in the tablet of visitation that says, give me that grace to serve thy loved ones. And I think that the three of you guys really encapsulate that for us. Because as Mark said, it's difficult to sit and listen to animators, have these bright ideas and not say anything. But it's even harder as a coordinator of TFP to sit and listen to the entire consultation of the whole idea of TFP and not say anything. And not say anything, but smile and support us. You guys have been the rock that put us together. And honestly, for those of us who were on vacation, it's always that motivation when Mark, Jeannie, and Tess call and say, hey, we need you to come and do TFP, that gets you out of the beach and out of bed every day to come and serve. It's been a privilege of all of us as animators to serve under you guys and to have your guidance and for you to animate us, actually, which makes us feel really special. So from all the animators that have served alongside you all, I'd like to say thank you to Tess and thank you to the commanders, Mark and Jeannie. We salute you. Thank you guys for your service.
Woo! 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 Thank you. Woo!
And yeah, as much as it saddens me, I think TFP 2020 is coming to an end, even though it is important to remember, as Mark said, that the feelings and spirit of TFP will live afterwards. And so if we could all go to the second TFP.
geht weiter.
Welcome, beautiful people, to the last closing of the day. And also a big welcome to any parents that might be watching this live. So, as usual, we're going to start with some reflections from everyone that wants to share, and then we'll move on to prayers. Thank you. And please feel free to turn off your camera and maybe close your eyes.
I'm really grateful for the whole week. It was really great. Thank you so much to everyone, the animators, and well, basically everyone. So yeah, thank you so much. And I am also really sad that it's ending. But well, it was great. So thanks.
I don't know if you guys see me tearing up at the end because even though this has been online, it has been such an impact on me. And I love my JY. I love all of the JY. Absolutely love all my animators. And the coordinators, you're all such lovely people. And I've genuinely been blessed, like so incredibly blessed to have spent these 2 weeks with all of you guys. And I'm just so overwhelmed with emotions right now.
That's it, right?
Yeah.
I'm so thankful that you've made the first year I've ever been to TFP such an amazing year, and that we could bond so much with everybody, and that was such an amazing experience.
I feel like the time has gone past so quickly, and I really got to know so many more people, and I'm so sad TFP is ending, but I can't wait to see you guys all live next year, hopefully.
I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who put TFP together. Even though it was online, it was so much fun, and I can't wait to come back next year and hopefully become an animator someday. So thank you.
It was just so special for me, and I'm so grateful that I got to spend this last year, my last year as a JY, with all of you. So thank you all for making it amazing.
I'm so grateful to have had this opportunity because I know many children around the world are not able to have a spiritual education. And although it was my first year, I enjoyed it so much.
I think that quarantine has been quite a difficult time for a lot of us. I think it can be a little bit lonely. And I know that me personally, I've been looking to like tap into that spiritual energy. And it can be really difficult when we're all in isolation or whatever. And I just wanted to thank you all because I feel so refreshed and amazing. And I've just been given such an amazing boost. And this is what I've been looking for. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate it because I feel so loved and so tapped into that energy. Thanks to you all. This has been wonderful. Thank you.
This is the first time this year I'm speaking at closing of the day. You may have heard me chant every night though, but I'll keep that subject for later and I promise not to make this too long. It's my third and unfortunately last year at TFP. These daily virtual sessions were simply fabulous. I want to thank the animators, coordinators, and of course all of the junior youth for their time, effort, and hard work put into this year's TFP. As repeatedly said, we realize that TFP is more a spiritual encounter and a state of mind than a place where we gather. It's this feeling of oneness that you can laugh out loud or say anything that comes to your mind without any fear of judgment or disapproval. But it's also a moment of calm and serenity when we reflect and share prayer songs that are so uplifting to the soul. I remember my first year of TFP. There was an animator who you may know and whom I looked up to so much during that first week. His name is Ethan, and I remember him chanting on that first night at the closing of the day. Remover of difficulties. His angelic voice filled the candlelit hall, and he chanted every evening his own version of the prayer, giving us shivers. It stayed in my head, I guess. I associate it with a picture in my mind of a circle of young people from all around the world, each one of them looking in the same direction, the center, with a glimmering reflection of golden flames in their eyes. I am sad to say that this is my last year as a TFP junior youth, but I am feeling slightly better as I know how Mark and Ginny take great pleasure in allowing a 16-year-old assistant to help out, but I shall keep the persuading for later. In any case, TFP is not over for me or for you, because if we all try hard enough, I'm sure we can make the environment we so much love and miss our own in our everyday life. That's all from me, even though I could go on for a bit longer. I will chant this prayer one last time tonight. I love every single part in each one of you. Thank you.
I remember 1 week ago when I was so nervous to start this TFP. It was the first time I've ever been an animator at TFP. And I was like very nervous to see the JY, to see how it will work. Mostly because I didn't imagine a TFP going so well online, and I really didn't think that we could pull it off and make it as great as we were able to. I thought it would definitely be nice, but I did not imagine it to be this powerful and this moving. And now I can just see all the changes that have happened and how deeply it moved some people. And I just wanted to say thank you for all the animators and coordinators that that made this happen, and all the JY that came and also helped us with such beautiful, deep conversations. It has been really a blessing to be able to be here and help with the creation of such a great TFP.
I think that I can speak for many people when I say that I came into this TFP ready to be disappointed, and was not at all. I thought that because it was online, the feeling would not be there, and only because it was a couple hours a day instead of all day, it would change the atmosphere. But I think that the animators have done a really great job of putting this all together and really making this a really great TFP experience for everyone. And I want to also thank the JY and the coordinators for being a part of this and also helping to add this to this experience.
I remember last year was my first TFP, and I remember my first day when I got there. I remember being so nervous, and I was so scared because I thought I wouldn't make any friends. I thought no one would like me. And I remember, like, it was genuinely one of the scariest days of my life. But the second that I got to the airport, I was greeted by Aldar and some of the other JY, and like they all just greeted me with like the kindest energy, and it was incredible. And I remember being so in shock and so in awe. And then when we got to Townsend, it was like all the more. And I remember meeting like Nadia and Zainab and Roya, and they all like gave me hugs, and they were like, hey, like, welcome. And it was like the nicest thing. And they were all so kind, and they kind of like, I don't know, they helped me. Like, they immediately took away all of my fear. And then I like slowly met all the other JY and stuff and the other animators. And everyone was so incredible. And it was only a week, but it feels like I've known them forever. And now it's like even more, because I've already had this experience once, and now that I have it again, it's like it feels all the more enhanced, because the first time I didn't know like what was happening. I didn't know what to expect. And this time it was just like, obviously I wish it was in person, but it was almost better just because I didn't have this fear, and I was still encountered with the same kindness and love. And all the new people that I've met and all the new friends that I've made, I'm already so grateful for having you all in my life. So thank you, and thank you to everyone for organizing this, because it's honestly been so beautiful and so perfect, and it couldn't have been better.
Even if it was online, I'm really grateful for being here, and I can't wait to be next year to come and have this.
I'm really sad that my second and final year of TFP is coming to an end, and honestly, I don't know what I'll do next year when I can't go, because I've gotten very used to having this feature every summer. And I really hope I can come back soon as an animator. And yeah, thank you for everything that you guys have done.
I just want to thank all the animators and coordinators, and also everyone who attended TFP this year. You all were a really nice people, and this is my first year at TFP, and I can really feel the connection with everyone at TFP, and the like the like the
kindness that's shared between everybody. And I really enjoyed it. And I can't wait to go next year.
I'm so grateful that we actually got to do this year. I can't believe that I've met so many more of you guys, and yeah, it's been an amazing experience, especially my assembly group. Shout out to Loyal White Shoes, because honestly, the talks we've had with you are amazing, and I love you guys so much, and everyone else as well. Yeah.
So, as my dear friend, and as I always call him, brother, says, is there must be a deep Brahms sharing in there somewhere. So, hereby my deep sharing of TFP 2020. As most of you guys know, I've been animating for a very, very long time, and I draw kind of energy from TFP, which drives my entire year forward, which I strive for unity, for, you know, in what I do as my job or as when I study. I get so much energy from TFP. And when I heard it wasn't possible this year physically, and it was going to be virtually, I had my doubts, like every single one of you. But at the same time, I knew it was going to be something different from all of our online classes, something different from all of the meetings that we had with Ruhi, or cluster meetings or NSA meetings, because TFP holds something special, some kind of special meanings, feeling. And I feel like everyone here has felt that, even a little bit. And I'm so grateful that we could have done it, even though we're in a pandemic. We can show, as my dear friend, or the actor Justin Baldoni said, is, we can be that lamp in the darkness of this world. And I feel like every single one of you guys and girls and animators and have shown me and shown each other that we can be that lamp, and that we will be that lamp. So thank you so much for that.
If I may add to what my loving brother in service has just said, coming to TFP gives me so much hope. I've felt, especially over the last few months, very tired reading and learning about the situation in the world and what's going on. And it can be very disheartening at times. But to come to TFP, to feel the energy that everybody brings, but more than that, to know that you all are the representatives of the faith for today. You are part of the army of God, and that we are conquering the world all together through our individual deeds every day, through our learning and praying and studying and teaching of the writings, knowing that I am blessed with these brothers and sisters in service that I will walk with that allows me to sleep soundly every night and to wake up the next day willing to give my best to whatever I may face, knowing that there's someone that I'm walking next to, people in serried lines, as the writings say, together. That's something very special for me. So thank you all.
It's funny, up until 2 weeks ago, some of you may know this, some of you may not, but I was originally supposed to be a coordinator in training for this TFP. And a couple last minute dropouts very quickly required some extra hands animating. So I jumped in, and I'm so grateful to the animators who dropped out, because I got this opportunity again to animate a wonderful bunch of junior youth. And as my brother in service, Peyton, previously said, you know, over the last couple months, the situation in the world has been quite difficult to see and hear and watch. But I also knew already then that TFP was coming and that I'd be a part of it in one way or another. And now, having been a part of it, you know, it just instills me with such a feeling of hope. And that's thanks to all of you who have been a part of this, the animators, the JY, the coordinators. And I'm so grateful, and I love each and every one of you so much.
Dear friends, thank you very much for your reflections. It's been an honor and a privilege for all of us being able to hear day by day people's thoughts about TFP. Now, for the last time this year, we would like to invite you to please share your prayers and songs.
Il tuo nome è la mia cura, o mio Dio. Il ricordarti è il mio rimedio. La tua vicinanza è la mia speranza, e l'amore per te è il mio compagno. La tua misericordia è la mia cura, e mi aiuti in questo mondo e in quell'avvenire. In verità, tu sei il munifico, il sapiente, il saggio.
Kindle the fire of love and burn away all things. Then set thy foot into the land of the lovers. Kindle the fire of love.
Ich bezeuge, oh mein Gott, dass du mich erschaffen hast, dich zu erkennen und anzubeten. Ich bezeuge in diesem Augenblick meine Ohnmacht und deine Macht, meine Armut und deinen Reichtum. Es dem Helfer Gefahr, den
Every generation of youth has seized the opportunity to contribute to the latest stage in the unfolding process to transform the life of humankind, of humankind, of humankind, of humankind. Enjoying inspiration from the same divine impulse to cast the world anew. Drawing inspiration from the same divine impulse to cast the world anew.
O Lord, unto thee I repair for refuge, and towards all thy signs I set my heart. O Lord, whether traveling or at home, and in my occupation or in my work, I place my whole trust in thee. Grant me that thy suffering help as to make me independent of all things. O thou who art unsurpassed in thy mercy, bestow upon me my portion, O my Lord, as thou pleasest, and cause me to be satisfied with whoever thou hast ordained me. Thine is the absolute authority to command. The Bob.
O thou loving provider, these souls have hearkened to the summons of the kingdom and have gazed upon the glory of the Sun of Truth. They have risen upward to the refreshing skies of love. They are enamored of thy nature, and they worship thy beauty. Unto thee have they turned themselves, speaking together of thee, seeking out thy dwelling, and thirsting for the water brooks of thy heavenly realm. Thou art the giver, the bestower, the ever-loving. Abdul Baha.
Is there any remover of difficulty? Say, God, say, praise be God. He is God, and all of his servants, and told by his bidding. Is there any remover of difficulty? Say, God, say, praise be God. He is God, and all of his servants, and told by his bidding.
Say, God sufficeth. All things above all things, and nothing in the heavens or the earth, but God sufficeth. Verily, he is in himself, the knower, sustainer, the all-nimpotent.
Let the flame of the love of God burn brightly within your radiant hearts, seated with the oil of divine guidance, and protected within the shelter of your constancy. Guarded within the glow of trust, and detached from all else safeguard, so that the evil is extinguish its light.
I know not, O my God, what the fire is which thou didst kindle in thy land. Earth can never cloud its splendor, nor water quench its flame. I know not, O my God, what the fire is which thou didst kindle in thy land. Earth can never cloud its splendor, nor water quench its flames. All the peoples of the world are powerless to resist its force, to resist its force. Great is the blessedness of him that hath drawn nigh unto it, and heard its roaring, heard its roaring.
Oh mio Dio, mio Signore e Padrone, mi sono distaccato dai miei congiunti e col tuo ausilio ho cercato di affiancarmi da tutto quello che dimora sulla terra, sempre pronto ad accettare ciò che è degno di lode alla tua vista. Concedimi quel bene che mi empaciperà da tutto fuorché da te, e donami una porzione più ampia dei tuoi favori illimitati. In verità, tu sei Signore di abbondante grazia. Elba.
Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you.
Divine providence, shed a ray of light upon this gathering, that it may become illumined. Shed a ray of light, a ray of light, shed a ray of light. Oh, divine providence, shed a ray of light upon this gathering, that it may become illumined. Shed a ray of light, a ray of light, shed a ray of light. Shed a ray of light, a ray of light, shed a ray of light.
God, oh my God, thou seest these children who are the twigs of the tree of life, the birds of the mead of salvation, the pearls of the ocean of thy grace, the roses of the garden of thy guidance. O God our Lord, we sing thy praise, bear witness to thy sanctity, and implore fervently the heaven of thy mercy, to make us lights of guidance, stars shining above the horizons of eternal glory amongst mankind, and to teach us a knowledge which proceedeth from thee. Ya Baha'u'llah.
O friend, in the garden of thy heart, plant not but the rose of love, and from the nightingale of affection and desire, loosen not thy hold. Treasure the companionship of the righteous, and eschew all fellowship with the ungodly.
O thou who art the first to believe in me, believe in me. O thou who art the first to believe in me, believe in me. 18 souls must of their own accord accept me, and recognize the truth of my revelation. 18 souls must of their own accord accept me, and recognize the truth of my revelation. Verily I say I am the above. Verily I say I am the gate of God. Verily I say I am the above. Verily I say I am the gate of God. Verily I say I am the above. Verily I say I am the gate of God. Verily I say I am the above. Verily I say I am the gates of God. O thou who art the first to believe in me, believe in me. O thou who art the first to believe in me, believe in me.
O my God, unite the hearts of thy servants and reveal to them thy great purpose. May they follow thy commandments and abide in thy law. Help them, O God, in their endeavour and grant them strength to serve thee. O God, lead them not to themselves, but guide their steps by the light of thy knowledge and cheer their hearts by thy love. Verily thou art their helper and their Lord. Baha'u'llah.
O thou compassionate Lord, thou who art generous and able, we are servants of thine sheltered beneath thy providence. Cast thy glance of favor upon us. Give light to our ears, give light to our eyes, hearing to our ears, and understanding and love to our hearts. Render our souls joyous and happy through thy glad tidings. O Lord, point out to us the pathway of thy kingdom and resuscitate all of us through the breaths of thy Holy Spirit. Bestow upon us life everlasting and confer upon us never-ending honor. Unify mankind and illumine the world of humanity. May we all follow thy pathway, long for thy good pleasure, and seek the mysteries of thy kingdom. O God, unite us and connect our bonds with thy indissoluble bond. Verily, thou art the giver, thou art the kind one, and thou art the Almighty. Abdu'l-Baha.
O my God, O my God, this thy servant hath advanced towards thee, is passionately wandering in the desert of thy love, walking in the path of thy service, anticipating thy favors, hoping for thy bounty, relying upon thy kingdom, and intoxicated by the wine of thy gift. O my God, increase the fervor of his affection for thee, the constancy of his praise of thee, and the ardor of his love for thee. Verily, thou art the most generous, the Lord of grace abounding. There is none other God but thee, the forgiving, the merciful. Abdul Baha.
Oh my God, there is no one but thee to allay the anguish of my soul. And thou art my highest aspiration. Oh my God. Oh my God. Ooh. My heart is wedded to none save thee, and such as thou dost love, I solemnly declare my life and death are both for thee. Ooh, they are for you. Ooh. Oh my God, there is no one but thee to allay the anguish of my soul. Thou art my highest aspiration. Oh my God. Oh my God. Ooh. My heart is wedded to none save thee, and such as thou dost love, I solemnly declare my life and death are both for thee. Ooh, they are for you.
Grief and sorrow do not come to us by chance. They are sent to us by the divine mercy of our own perfecting. While a man is happy, he may forget his good, but when grief comes and sorrows overwhelm him, then will he remember his Father who is in heaven, and who is able to deliver him from his humiliation. Abdul Baha.
Ayapame nasiarapo, andemi arapa sirapimu, den boda bori nasirtasi. Mikanen antropo, orizeto afto ipireti. Agapame nasi agapo. Anteni agapas yagapimu. Then bori nasirtasi. Mikanen antropo, orizeto afto ipireti. Oh yeah, TC Boxes. Oh yeah, TC Boxes. Oh yeah, TC Boxes. Oh yeah, TC Boxy. Oh yeah, TC Boxy. Oh yeah, TC Boxy. Oh yeah, TC Boxy.
Be united in counsel, be one in thought. Let each morn be better than its eve, and each morrow richer than its yesterday. Man's merit lieth in service and virtue, and not in the pageantry of wealth and riches. Dissipate not the wealth of your precious lives in pursuit of evil and corrupt affection, nor let your endeavors be spent in promoting your personal interest. Be generous in your days of plenty, and be patient in the hour of loss. Adversity is followed by success, and rejoicings follow woe. Baha'u'llah.
Oh mi Señor, esta es una lámpara encendida con el fuego de tu amor, que arde con la llama prendida en árbol de tu misericordia. Oh mi Señor, aviva su luz, su calor y se llama con el fuego que arde en el cine de tu manifestación. Verdaderamente, tú eres el confirmador, el auxiliador, el poderoso, el generoso, el amoroso.
Were it not for the cold, how would the heat of thy words prevail? Were it not the calamity, how would the sun of thy patience shine? Lament not. Because of the wicked, thou wert created to bear and endure, to bear and endure, to bear and endure, to bear and endure. Were it not for the cold, how would the heat of thy word would prevail were it not for calamity. How would the sun of thy patience shine? Lament not. Because of the wicked thou wert created to bear and endure, to bear and endure.
Thank you, everybody, for your beautiful prayers and reflections. It's a really special place here. And thank you all for coming and for sharing your thoughts.